Hi there, I'm Annette Bridges. I'm an author, publisher, and women's retreat host. I am continuing my series of interviews with women speaking about retreats, the benefits of going on retreat and their own personal experiences, whether they've been there as an attendee or whether they've hosted them. So I have with us today my friend Lisa, golly, it's been a long day, Lisa, I'm sorry, Lisa Vanderkwaak. And she's going to tell you a little bit about herself, and then I'm going to ask her some juicy questions.
Yes, awesome. Hi, Annette. So my name is Lisa Vanderkwaak, and sorry, I just realized my chair is a little squeaky here, so I'll try to be still. But I live in Edmonton, Alberta, which is in Canada, and I am a speaking coach, a speaker, and an author. And yes, I have both gone on many retreats over my lifetime as well as organized retreats. So I'm looking forward to today.
Great. Okay, I don't know how this video is coming out. It sounded like it was intermittent a couple of times there, but I think everyone heard you good, so maybe we'll keep on going and we'll see how we do.
Okay.
Great. Well, you're going to have lots to share, I know, with everybody. So, just because, I know I've been learning about going on retreats and the importance of them myself individually, and just going on my first women's retreat last October, and just was such a powerful experience. It's made me want to host retreats as well for women, and because I still need to go on retreats, and so I'm just learning a lot, in the process. So like yourself, how would you say going on retreats as well as ones you've hosted, how have they impacted you over the years?
Well, I was thinking about this earlier, and I remember, as a young, I think the first one I went on was when I was in university through a university Christian group, and we went on a retreat where we had, a guest speaker and did stuff and learned more about how to live our faith. And for me, probably the biggest impact, even over the years, as I think about the other kinds of retreats I've been on, not only is it a time where you can kind of go and be kind of put aside all the distractions of life and focus in on learning, if that's the purpose of the retreat, or just decompressing or just kind of relaxing, catching up on sleep, whatever it is. But also the relationships, during those times, it's like you build relationships with people that maybe you would never have had the opportunity to get to know. And for me, those have been the richest moments, because you have block of time where you're interacting with these people and getting to know them at a different level, because they're not busy, they're not distracted, they're not in work mode, they're just there. And I think that's the biggest impact, is just the value of the relationships and the ability to really connect at a deeper level with people.
Yes. Well, you just kind of went right into what was going to be my next question, even, talking about how, going on retreats or having little escapes or traveling, with your friendships, how that's all worked together. I don't know. So, I mean, maybe there's more you want to share even as you're thinking about that, with have you gone on little retreats or even escapes with friends? Is that like kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I mean, there's been most of the retreats that I've gone on have been organized retreats where we have a speaker or some event happening, and go away to a secluded place or a nice, really nice place that is just designed for that group of people coming together to learn and to grow and whatever area it is. Most of them have been like that, and others where I know I've gone and just taken, and very, very few of these, but where I just take, a few girlfriends get together and we just go and spend the weekend together, and we just kind of hang out and go hiking or, have fun, and those, both the ones that are really organized and ones that are just to get away and to relax and to have a breather. Looking back in even those relationships, like when I talked about, people and having conversations, I'm always amazed at the brevity of conversation we can have with someone and the impact it can make in your life. Like, I remember the most profound conversations I've had with people have been brief interactions with them, and have been, things that have impacted my life, either caused me to think differently about something or reevaluate or give me a different perspective that I hadn't considered before. And that, was effective in helping me either move forward to get unstuck or to, kind of get to the next level that I wanted to get to. So I think we underestimate sometimes when we have that focused time with each other, with people. And so for relationships, it's really caused it to go deeper, but even more just imprinted greater memories, I think.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I know, I haven't gone on just tons of retreats myself, but all the ones I've gone on have just been for a couple of nights, at a time.
Yeah, which is nice. Mm-hmm. And then there's the added benefit of you just come back feeling refreshed.
Yeah. What would you say you absolutely have loved the most about the retreats you've gone to then? Would it be the relationship you were saying, or what? What would you?
I think for me, it's probably, thinking of at times when, my kids were really little and I went on retreats and different times, different stages of my life. I think the biggest is just having time when I can just relax. I can sleep, uninterrupted, but just feeling refreshed. Like just feeling like I wasn't on. I didn't have to do anything or respond to anyone if I didn't need to, or answer the phone. Do you know what I mean? Just I think for me, it's just physically and mentally also being able to just clear out the clutter and just get an opportunity just to just kind of rethink life, but also having space. Because I think a lot of times in our culture, in every culture, but in our life that we live right now, with so much coming at us in terms of information and just stimuli, no matter where there's always so much coming at us. Mm-hmm. That we get really in a place where we don't take time to actually reflect on maybe who we are. Are we living true to what we're called to do, or are we really following the things of our heart or passion? And so just taking time to reflect on checking in. How are you doing? What do you need?
Right.
And I think for me that was the biggest thing, and I felt more refreshed to then go back into real life and attend to my family or to do whatever I need to do.
Okay, so I know you've hosted some retreats. So what have you, is there any, I don't know, any one or two things that come to mind that with women that you've talked with that maybe were struggling with the idea of getting to go on a retreat or being able to, or not feeling like, what's the biggest excuses that you think women often give? Or maybe there's some you've given yourself too that,
Yeah.
struggle with.
Funny enough, I think I've used excuses we don't have time, which is the biggest reason why you need to. Sometimes it's the cost factor. Sometimes it's just, the financial aspect of it. Mm-hmm. So probably would be the biggest two. Sometimes it's a fear. Mm-hmm. Women, and even if it's a bigger retreat where you've got a larger group there, sometimes women are afraid because you have to be with people and maybe people are going to get to know you, and so dealing with all that stuff that goes on inside of us, the feelings of not being worthy or not measuring up or whatever it might be, all the stuff that we struggle with as women, that there's a real fear sometimes of just intimacy or being able to connect and be real with people.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think that's true. I think I've struggled with that. It's some things, I can remember a big woman's conference I went to one time a couple of years ago, and it was huge, like really big. I didn't know anyone going, and I was like, whoa, this it was sort of intimidating, just to get out of that.
So I think sometimes the safety factor for them to feel like it's okay, just come and
Yeah.
You're not going to be expected to do anything or say anything or just.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about your particular retreat that you're putting on in the next couple of months here. You know, it's just a place to be.
Yes.
And breathe. Be and breathe. I mean, how much more basic can it get?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's true. And you're right. That was the impetus for naming my retreat, Your Beautiful Escape, a retreat for women to breathe and be. Those are things I've often say myself, you know, I just need some time to breathe, you know, just or that idea of I just want to be. I don't want to do anything. I just want to be.
Yeah.
So yes, you're right. My retreats do have a lot of time to just breathe and be.
Yeah. One thing I just wanted to say too is as I'm thinking about, you know, the context of your retreat, because the one that's coming up looks like an absolutely gorgeous place, you know, in terms of scenery. And for me personally, I find that when I'm in a nice environment, you know, a nice, beautiful environment, whether it be just in an actual house or a building or in nature, that it really nurtures my soul. Like it just really does something to me. And I know for many women, you know, we need that. We need to have those moments where we just like, you just drink in the beauty around you.
Yes, ma'am. So agree. I am so excited. And this retreat is in Gulf Shores, Alabama, the one I'm doing in October. And it has been a place that I have often retreated to. And I've never been there and taken a group of women there. So it's like to one of the places that really, truly, when I say it nourishes my soul, which I've said, it might sound cliche, but I mean it. I mean it with all my heart. It truly has been a place that has nourished my soul, and every time I go, I feel like I'm home. You know, it's just this wonderful feeling. So it's yeah.
That's neat. That's neat.
Okay, so last question really is, okay, what would you say to someone who's considering on going on a retreat? They've never been before, but they're thinking about it. What would you, or maybe they're hesitating. What would you say?
You know, I would ask them, you know, what they need most in their life right now and kind of find out what's going on in their world. They say, well, you know, I need to do this. And oftentimes people say, well, I need more time or I need more of this, whatever. And oftentimes the fact of just taking time away. So I would find out first what they need and then begin to just share my experience and hopefully connect with them at that level. Because I know that the times where I felt like I needed, you know, I need to have more time in my day, or, you know, really, really busy and all that. That when I actually took that chunk of time for intentional re-energizing, that coming back, I actually felt like I could get more done in the same amount of time. And so, you know, I would basically just say, you know, maybe what you need is to recharge your batteries, that you can continue to do what you're doing, but in a more productive way or a more life-giving way. So I guess it would be, I would find out what the personal connection would be with the person. But I think that as women, particularly, it's important that we take times where we re-energize, recharge, and just revive our spirit, refresh our minds so that we can come back. And maybe nothing changes when you come back. You're coming back into the same world. But I guarantee it'll be different because of who you are. I just give you an example. I just went recently to help my father-in-law. His downsizing his house. His wife died about 1.5 years ago, and he was just feeling overwhelmed because so much stuff, right? And how was he going to tackle it all? So I just went for 5 days. Went through his closets, put away some clothes that was hers. Then I got it out of the house, did some stuff, rearranged some things, decluttered, just took some stuff out of the drawers and things like that he wasn't using, boxed them up, put them away. And he said to me afterwards, he said, wow, I feel like I have so much energy. And I'm like, really? And because nothing physically had changed, because everything that I'd done were behind closed doors. Everything I removed had already been behind closed doors. But the stuff that was cluttering his mind were no longer there. And I find that that's what happens when we go on a retreat. And so for women, I would encourage them, maybe this is what you need to help to kind of declutter, to give you a new perspective, to give you fresh energy.
Oh, I would so agree. I mean, it just really does that for me, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have an awesome time. I wish I could. I'm not able to go on this one, but I'm waiting for the date that you put up there that I can go, because I know it's going to be fantastic. Because I think who you are as a person as well is going to make that a time where women are going to walk away just talking about it for a very long time.
Oh, well, I hope so. And thank you. And I know I can't wait. We've been on a retreat together.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That's how I met Lisa. I was on a retreat, actually.
That's right.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Yes. So anyway, you meet every woman I've ever met so far. I've just, there have been friendships that have carrying forward with me, women just, you build meet a total stranger, and within a couple of days you've made this connection that is really meaningful to you. Like you said, it's amazing. It doesn't take very long in those relationships. I guess it's just such a focused time, you
just unhindered in that way. You don't
well, thank you so much for sharing your experiences and your ideas, Lisa. I'm sure they've been very valuable to any of the gals listening. So thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Thank you, Annette. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much. Okay.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.